Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight not Microsoft, correction, X-Plane 11. I'm so used to saying Microsoft. This is an X-Plane 11 video. I do apologize for the break that was there in the channel just because of exams and a lot of work had caught up with me, so I had to take a break from the flight videos. And I just thought let's switch to X-Plane 11 because I'm actually in a way craving realistic flight dynamics and study level aircrafts, and I feel that Microsoft has not yet gotten to that level where the aircrafts inside are study level or the dynamics are as realistic. So I welcome you back to X-Plane 11, and today we're in an insanely powerful and beautiful aircraft which I've had in my fleet for about a year now, and I just recently started flying it again and I've fallen in love back with it. So for those of you who are pilots, you may know which aircraft this is, but I'll just show you quickly, looking around quickly without giving too many hints until I show you the external view. So let's go outside and see which aircraft we have. This is the aircraft, ladies and gentlemen. This is the King Air 350i. Just admire the aircraft. Look at how beautiful it is. So today's flight is actually going to be a very short flight, just a repositioning flight from Nairobi's Wilson Airport to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, and then the week later is when we will actually take this aircraft out for an international flight. So for now, let me just do some weight and balance over here. Just go to weight and balance. I'll do load preset quarter, so 67 gallons in each tank, which is fair enough. The fuel burn, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's at cruise about 85 gallons an hour. So just do crew only. Gonna be very light today, just transporting the aircraft to Jomo, and tomorrow is when we'll load it up. The next week is when we'll load it up with some passengers. So without further ado, guys, we'll get this aircraft started and we'll be on our way to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. So let's enter the cockpit and let's get our master on. As you can see, that is there, and I do have a sneaky little addition inside here. This is the GTN Garmin 750, which is quite sick. It'll be used when we're doing our actual international flight. Also, I'm going to use autopilot this flight. So what we'll do is we'll just get the engine started quickly. Just open these windows a bit. You can hear the sounds as well from the outside. So my choke's off, everything's off. Affirmative. Okay, let's get this aircraft started. So we'll just go to ignition start. You can hear the engine spooling up, and what we'll do is we'll look at our mixture and just introduce mixture. No, why is it doing this? Okay, just pause for a second. There seems to be an issue here. Why is it not acknowledging that I'm doing something? Oh, well, of course it won't. Throttle 2. Sorry, I do apologize for this. It should not. I did say it at the beginning of the flight, but I think X-Plane did its magic and decided to make my selection. So that reverse axis, affirmative, all that, prop, yes, done. Okay, resume it again and introduce fuel. Watch our ITT for a hot start, and let's see where it stops up. Good, about 640 on the ITT, which is a good start. Okay, so we'll just wait for that to settle, switch off our ignition and generator on. Message, just clear this message up. Okay, and put mixture fully rich or high idle, and then let's go ahead and start the left engine. Continue, and introduce fuel into that. There we go, fuel is introduced. And when that's getting started up, beacon navigation lights on. Okay, when that engine has a good start, 645 roughly, 650 on the ITT, which is good. Okay, when we'll switch off our engine start ignition and put the mixture fully rich. And we'll just close these windows to minimize the noise, and we'll go. Now let's get our inverters on. Anti-ice will leave off, temperatures are quite warm. Auto feather will arm, and left generator on, and then we'll go down here, switch on our displays, make sure our trim is also on for autopilot in case we need it. Now it's on. We'll go switch on our bleed airs on both engines. Okay, click continue on this screen, and this screen we can go to utilities, go to fuel planning, and position. We'll just do 2 HKJK, enter. So currently we have 133 gallons of fuel on board. At the moment we are burning 65.6, but during the cruise we normally burn about, give it 85 gallons, so that's that. But yeah, so we'll go avionics master on, and then everything should be powering up, even our screen should be powering up. And then just look at the outside. Very nice sounds, very nice sounds, very good modeling of the aircraft as well. Okay, back inside, so we're just going to do a performance calculations over here. We'll just go to performance section and we will look at our runway length. So this runway length is in feet, so I need to get the runway length of Wilson in meters. We'll just go here, change location, customize. That runway is 1448, so we'll do 1448. I'll just get my phone out. So 1448. Where's my calculator? 1448 times 3.28. That gives us 4,750. So we'll type in here 4,750. Enter. Runway heading 140. Enter. I'm not too sure about the gradient, but anti-ice will be off and flaps will be up. We'll set our markers. Our rotate is 104 knots on the indicated. Perfect. So everything looks to be good. Avionics master is on. Fuel we have enough for this short flight. And just get these lights off. It's quite bright today, so we'll switch all of these lights off, and we'll be soon ready to commence our taxi out to runway 14 for basically relatively straight out departure. Okay, so as you can see, our displays have come alive. So what's over here? I'll select disengage that, and we'll just select it to be not a GPS, VOR, and yeah, localizer 1 and 2 is the ILS for Jomo, but we won't be doing an ILS approach today. We'll just be doing a regular approach. So we can release brakes. I'll just put power back into low idle for taxi. Okay, so I actually have a PS4 remote here, which I'm going to use for my toe brakes, so we can begin our taxi lights on. I'll just increase the range on this. This is actually an addition. It's not free. It does not come with the aircraft, but I'd highly recommend it. It gives the aircraft a very good modern look on the avionics, which is quite cool. I believe the King Air 350s do come with the G3000. Not all of them, obviously, but yes. So we'll make our way to line up with runway 14. Just confirm everything. Prop fully forward. We're on low idle, and once we align ourselves with the runway, we will select high idle on the mixture. Okay, so do excuse the insane uncoordinated braking. I'm just gonna set my QNH. We'll just press the brakes on the toe brakes and turn the aircraft, and there we go. We'll line up with the center line of runway 14. Just a bit, it's a bit of a delayed lineup, but anyway. And engage parking brakes. So now I can move my control out of the way. Have a look at the aircraft. Put mixture fully high idle. Sorry, not fully rich. Correction. Landing lights on, strobes on. What a beautiful aircraft. We'll just get prop sync on. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll advance power, and I'll see if engines are behaving normal. I'm not too sure this is actual procedures, but I'll just advance power to about like 50% torque, just to see if the engine is doing what it's meant to be doing. That's perfect. Release the brakes. There we go. And advanced power for takeoff.
Auto feather lights on.
Okay, takeoff power is set.
Airspeed alive.
Airspeed is alive.
60 knots.
60.
V1. Rotate.
rotate.
V2.
And airborne we are. Landing gear up.
Gear up. Attitudes check. Gear indicates up. Flaps indicates up.
Okay. I do apologize. I have to calibrate something over here. Something is wrong with my yoke. Is it doing the right thing? Ah, okay, it is. Sorry. We'll continue. Okay. Just pull back on my RPM a bit. And pull back on the throttle so we do not pass our red line on ITT. So we can do, we can view the outside and have a look at where Jomo is. So Jomo is right over there. Okay, just throttle back a bit. I can even begin turning in, to be honest. So throttle back a bit more. And then you can get our landing gear down again. I'm not too sure if they'd put the landing gear up for this repositioning flight. I don't know why I'm turning my head. It's like I'm also with the aircraft, but I don't know if they'd put the landing gear up. That's something for me to find out. If any of you know, please do let me know in the comment section. What we can do is you can put landing gear back down, trim the aircraft a bit, and start slowing down to get our flaps within VFE, which they are. So we'll put approach flap set and propeller fully forward. Let's trim up a bit and capture the center line. I'll come in at about 110 on the indicated, because if I come in any slower and I choke power too early, I will bag this aircraft on the runway, which I do not want to do. And we just set flaps for landing. As you can see, the aircraft actually does the call outs, which is quite cool. And as you can see over here, we have our ground speed of 120, which is quite cool. So all lights are on. Yes, they are.
Minimums.
That key doesn't really do anything, but I just like it to be there on both. A bit low on the approach. We're getting 3 red and 1 white. Slightly windy conditions. Not too sure what the wind speeds are. It's a bit... This aircraft does tend to dance a bit, I noticed from the last time. Maybe it's me, but since I've flown it, I have had that experience. Okay, slowly easing back, and we'll just choke power here. Oh no, center line. A bit of a bounce. Let the nose gear touch down. There it is, and full reverse. So make it off by the first exit. Just get my PS4 remote in my hands to get the toe brakes.
40 knots.
40 knots. Okay, and we'll exit reverse thrust. Slow down a bit. This aircraft does taxi quite fast. So what we'll do is we'll just hold after these holding bar, and I'll just do my flaps up and everything. Okay, we'll go our condition levels back to low idle, flaps up, and line light off, and we can proceed. So I will show you the replay, guys, but I'll show you the replay at the end of the video, because I've noticed with this aircraft, if I show you the replay now, it'll crash. Something will happen to the system and this aircraft will just flip, and I want to complete the flight properly. So we'll just make our way to our parking spot. We'll just park in the domestic area. I do wish there was like a constant VATSIM controller available, but unfortunately there's not. It's only on certain times where there's a controller available to control this airspace. It definitely would be quite cool. Just follow the yellow line. I hope you enjoyed that. It was quite a short flight, but that gives an insight into what this King Air 350 is about. But trust me, when we go flying, it's a really good aircraft. Last time, I believe a couple of days ago, I did a test flight to Rwanda. It took about, total time was about an hour and 45 minutes total time, which is quite good, I thought, for King Air. So we were cruising at about, on the ground we were cruising at 270, which in my opinion is definitely very fast. And our indicator was about 180 around there, 170, and that was at flight level, what was it 245 or something like that. So it was quite good, quite a fun aircraft to fly, and it handled very well through the whole flight. The last time I flew, I actually had an engine failure, so this aircraft does simulate engine failures and all that stuff. So you could get caught out once and just have a random engine failure, which is quite cool, because I was flying to Mombasa and I just saw my right engine switch off. I actually put it on autopilot and I left my laptop, and when I came back I was like, wait a minute, why is my right engine showing torque like 2.8% right now and my left engine is on the 80%? I'm like, what's going on here? I look at my right engine, it's basically feathered, and I look at my throttle quadrant and there's nothing wrong with it. So I'm like, oops, we've had some sort of issue over here. So these producers of this aircraft, Airfoil Labs, have also produced a 172, which I do have as well, and that's a beauty. That's a study level 172. You can do a pre-flight and all that stuff. Even this aircraft you can do a pre-flight, which is quite cool. So the next flight I'll show you around what we can do, and the next flight will be an international one. It'll be definitely out of Nairobi and out of Kenya. We'll see, maybe it might be Rwanda or Entebbe, or a short international flight, and then we can push its boundaries one time and see how far this aircraft can actually take us. So just follow the yellow line, and I'll probably park like on that parking. There we go. So the toe brakes are a bit sensitive. Like you see, if I click the right toe brake, obviously it's gonna yaw the aircraft to the right, turn the aircraft to the right, so you have to kind of counter with the rudders just so you maintain a straight line, which is quite difficult because I don't know why the triggers are not sensitive, because I'm kind of pushing them the same amount. But anyway, it works, it does its job. And then we have a marshaller who should be there. Yes, affirmative, our marshaller is there. I'm quite off the line, so now he's calling me. Okay, just follow his actions. So we're parking in 3 Alpha. Okay, we'll stop right here, set our parking brake, and we can start our shutdown checks. So what we can do is we can go to our checklist actually, and let's look at where is it normal. Next, 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 next. Let's go where is shutdown. Climb, 10,000 feet, transition, cruise, descent, approach, before landing, normal, landing, maximum reverse landing, landing steep approach, bulk landing, after landing, shutdown, parking brake set. Okay, so we can go through it actually. So
parking brake
we've set.
Set. Electric heat.
Electric heat, everything is off, yes.
Auto feather.
Auto feather off.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Exterior lights.
We'll get our taxi light off and strobes off.
As required. FMS. Off.
FMS. Just get these off.
EFIS power switches.
Those are off as well.
Off. Oxygen control handles.
Where is that? I don't know where that is. Off.
Off.
Yes.
Instrument emergency lights. Nighttime.
We're not in nighttime.
On. Battery.
Charged.
Charged. Avionics master.
Avionics master off.
Off.
Inverters off.
Inverters.
Off.
Off. Aft heat.
Aft heat
Off.
is off.
Vent blowers.
Switch off our bleed air valves.
Auto and off.
Okay. Cabin temperature
Cabin
mode
temp
auto.
mode.
Yeah, I believe center position and down position off actually, yes.
ITT. Stabilized.
ITT is actually there, yes,
Power
ITT
levels.
stabilized. Flight idle,
Flight
affirmative.
Condition levers.
Cut off.
Fuel cutoff.
Okay, and
Prop
prop
levers.
levels feather.
Feather. Pilot subpanel switches.
What's that? Okay, and gang bar off. Yes, that's
Left
okay.
and right off. Gang bar.
Yes, that's off. Overhead panel.
Off.
light
Less than
switches.
15% N1.
Affirmative.
Overhead panel light switches.
Those are all off. And it says have a beer. Can we go to
Off.
that? I don't think we can go to that. But anyway, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Why is this still on? My battery power is off. Let's go that off. So anyway, that can remain on if it wants to remain on. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the King Air and we are in Jomo Kenyatta, ready for our international flight in the next week. I do hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to the channel if you've not already. And hit that bell icon, to get notified when I post a new video. So let's look at the replay and then I can show you what happens to this aircraft when I show you a replay. Let's go replay, let's go for, we'll just go here, about here, maybe, here. Okay, we can watch it from here. As you can see from my rudder is on the wrong direction. I have a feeling I don't know, I feel I've hit the tail. Oh, not really. That's not bad. A bit of a bounce and a bit of a center line. Let's look at it from the runway view like this.
Flaps indicates up. Minimums.
Let's forward it
60
here.
knots.
No, where's the aircraft? There we go, there's the aircraft. Excuse the rudder, that's just angled to the right hand side. Quite a good angle, look at that, jeez. That's definitely not meant to happen. Not too bad. I'll enter the cockpit and I'll show you what the passengers saw in that landing. Even though we don't have passengers, we look at this side. So you can, that's the Kenya Airways cargo area, that's the cargo ramp. That's the new terminal 1A. And touchdown. There we go. And then full reverses just now.
Airspeed alive.
That's quite cool. Now watch the magic. I'll go till the end here
100 feet.
and watch this. Boom, we've crashed. Look at that.
100 feet.
This plane is magical, look at that.
V2.
Well, now you know what happens, guys, when I show you a replay. That's why I didn't want to show it to you earlier. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have a good day and a good remainder of the week. And we'll see you next time on the channel. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. Bye bye.